Shut up. Producer standpoint, you basically had to lay your goon hand down as far as on the creative.
Yeah, sometimes sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you got to do that, or you got to do another take. You're like, the artist like I did it, I nailed it. I'm like, nah, you got to do it again. But Gab and I go back so far that I can say, he can take criticism from me. I can take criticism from him. He's like, your drum's not hitting hard on that. We need to, switch it. Okay. No problem. We can do it. So as long as we come together to make the best product we can make.
So you and Gab essentially just have that natural camaraderie and everything and stuff because of
it's my brother.
Background. Okay.
My brother from another mother.
Understood. With a lot of cats, everything essentially is aspiring to get into production and everything now and stuff. They seem to be disillusioned, but the way how the game is going on now, they basically want to follow after the trend. Say, okay, well, this is the type of production that's hot. These are the type of tracks they're looking for, so I need to emulate that and everything and stuff. What say you to that kid and everything that says, well, look, this is where the business is at. This is what they want as opposed to trying to create his own niche.
Right. I would say to him, don't be a follower, be a leader. If you're not feeling it, don't just say, well, they played it on the radio, so I need to sound, they're playing Lil Wayne, I need to sound like Lil Wayne because there's only one Lil Wayne. So be who you are. But make the best product you can make.
Overall, from a technical standpoint, as a producer, it seems like everybody seems to subscribe, whether you're an artist or a producer, and cats are basically starting out. They need to subscribe to that, to that dual standard, that double jeopardy thing I call. Basically, it's like, okay, I need to be original. I need to create my own thing, but they want something that sound like
right.
How do you counteract that?
It's a fine line. Make good original music. If you make good music, it'll speak for you. So you don't necessarily have to be pigeonholed, or you have to get into, well, they're doing it like this, I need to do it like that. Do your own thing, and if it's good, people are like, make the good music, people will get at you. That's how I feel.
How do you feel about the basis of the way how, as far as the industry is being streamlined now? Because essentially, unfortunately, it's not the way it used to be. You being the type of, original and effective and more effective producer, creative producer that you are, more familiar with hardware. Now you have different variations and stuff and doing things. And now you got a kid that's like, okay, he can get a program or something. He can download something and say, make a beat or something. How do you feel about that? Well, I'm nice with this, whatever, but kids don't want to risk the time or invest the energy or the effort to put their hands on the instrument or to learn, you know what I'm saying?
These music programs have just had everybody thinking they're a producer. And being a producer is not just putting some dots here and making a beat. It's more than that. It's a lot that goes into it. Me, I'm hardware. Now I'm getting into the software just because you have to with the
right.
But I like the banging out on the pads and arranging and doing it. The computer programs, it's got everybody and their mother thinking they can, make an album. But and it comes out and it sounds like it's a computer program. So.
Do you feel like, even as a producer from a creative standpoint, do you feel hard pressed in trying to educate a lot of these young artists and everything and trying to say, well, look, this is the proper, as far as proper studio etiquette and recording a song, because you got cats that never done a show before, never even went to a karaoke bar, coming in like, yo, bro, I'm saying, like, yo, I'm gonna do my, spit these verses here, I'm gonna do my ad-libs, and yo, could you fly my hook?
Right. And it's a process. Every song has a format, and you definitely need to know your history, learn your craft. Don't just come in like, I got two verses. One verse I'm talking about being on the rooftop, and the next verse I'm in the alleyway, and that's a hot song. No, it's a format to it. And all you gotta do is study the classics. Study the classics. Know your history. It's not just Fruity Loops. Know your history.
Well, I'm saying, yeah, but I got cakewalk, I
mean, do your history. I don't want to sound like a hater, but do your history. Learn everything. Don't just, everybody's doing computer programs. Everything is a computer. The machine's a computer too, but people like the easy route.
What about primarily like from artists, speaking from an artistic standpoint, you know what I'm saying, the SMC want to write as far as crafting the song and song stylesmanship. They want to write something according based on what they hear, but can't even count bars. So they go on, then finally they come there, play and count to you, and then you tell them like, nah, you know what I'm saying, that's why we need to break that down to show them proper song structure, how to write a verse, how to count bars and everything.
And that goes back to the history. And I think I don't have a problem with helping cats, especially if they're younger. But the older cats, if you 42 and you come into the studio and you don't know how to count bars, maybe this is not for you. You need to get a job and do something else.
I'm saying, like, I hear Tim, I see like Timberland like 45 though. I'm saying, I get my swerve wrong.
But see, Timberland understands though. Timberland understands, so he can come in there. Timberland knows the bars, he knows the counts, he knows how the measures, the range, But if not, I mean, if you can't do it, baby, the car wash is always hiring. So yeah, but don't play with this. This right here, this is Jupiter. Get this.
You ready?
Yeah.
You can also hit us up at www.gabosworld.com, or we can be reached at Tim Reed, New Tribe, at mail2tim.com. That's for 2. Tim Reed, New Tribe, at mail2tim.com. King of the metaphor, whole hammers like Mighty Thor, walk around it like volleyballs. Papa's getting Cali love. I need the kind of love where mamas get their babies hugs. New Tribe, the city buzz, stand strong, I never budge. I'm nicer than you niggas ever was. Kinda happy cause the jury does have a nigga leaning. I stay diamond up like the rocks in the building. For niggas to bite rhymes, it'll take a lifetime. Or you don't like mine, you ain't in your right mind. Simple was basic math, this is rap algebra. Shit, I say calculus, mad bitches on my dick. I need a calculator to add them to my list. Motherfuck the haters, that's why I leave them pissed. Niggas with tight jaws can eat a fat dick. The most incredible, the one and only Gabbo, New Tribe, General War Max for logo. Polarize a nigga, polarize your figures. Kind of mixture of a Pac, Nas, and Jigger with much vigor. Flow automatic, got a head trigger. Strapped with 2 texts, I double dead niggas. Nastiest foreplay, cleverest wordplay. Still macking and pig Latin, your itch bay. Up fay, ooh yeah, I let my nuts hang. This soldier music, this what my songs say. Gabbo.